Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday. Bit of a different angle today. Trying things out. That's why I was late. I was fixing the layout and I thought, hey, why not try this one? Jack Spanner inspired angle. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Haven't quite gotten the angle yet, but let's work on it and let me know which you prefer, like the top one or this one here. We'll see. Thank you for joining. Scotsman, the ever first, really first this time. That's a first. Hey Alex, glad you made it, man. And L, thanks for making it. Wow, late there, huh? Thanks, guys. How is everybody doing? We've gotten quite the treat today. Well, this week in ATS, even in ATS2, our modders have been very hard at work. So we will be checking out the different trucks that have been released for ATS. I made some spotlight videos for them, but we'll be checking them out in more detail this stream, and we'll see if we like it. The W990 by Harven and the International LT by Galimim. I've heard in real life the International LT is the most eco-friendly truck in the US. Is that true? It seems true based on the sim, because I've gotten a very good score even without trying in terms of fuel economy. Hey, Silver. The right one is fine. Oh, you like the old angle better than this one. Right, maybe we'll go back to that next time. Thanks for joining, Silver. How are you? Is it still hot there? I heard it's going to be quite hot in Europe, or it already is. Hottest in quite a number of years, I think, right? So how's everybody doing? Have you been trucking? Have you been hunting? Personally, I have been hunting. Bad Influence by Alex and Jack. Because it's so easy to get into. And you can log off anytime. Like hunt 1 or 2 deer and go out, do some stuff, rinse and repeat. Quite engaging as well, just appreciating the scenery. Still hot. 39, wow. Yeah, your bad influences. Double check there. My telemetry is not open. One sec. Telemetry. Telemetry. You'll need that because I'll be going manual today. Because I've grown tired of the weird shifting by the automatic transmission. So a couple of changes. I do like to try this one. I saw this in the Steam Workshop just now, but I think someone recommended it before. Intermittent long freight trains. Turn off the music, it's doubling up. Intermittent long freight trains looks like a nice addition. Maybe let's put that at the last part there, bottom part. And then we have the Yandex GPS, which replaces the Google Maps GPS. Has a few different colors if you've seen it from the last spotlight video. We have the Kenworth W990 by Harven. We have the International LT by Galimim. And what else? We have Liam Neeson driving us. And why has the music stopped now? Oh, there it is. Piva dashboard. Yes, and I've updated the Piva dashboards as well. So let's go and check that out. Trains. Yes, this is for Scotsman specifically. Yeah, and sorry guys again for being late. Like, I think that's the latest I've been, more than 10 minutes late. I started fiddling with the camera like almost at 8 and finished like 10 minutes after. It's like, cannot do this anymore. I have to go live. You've heard it's so hot in Europe that some roads have been disintegrating. Wow. A motorcyclist in Germany was pulled over by police for riding in the nude. It's that hot. Goodness. Wow. And it's also the Women's World Cup. Goodness. Yeah, that was got pretty warm down there. You tried that train mod. How is it? Hopefully it doesn't crash the game. Now, Tom was recommending a route over Twitter. I think he was recommending Route 101 from Port Angeles down to, I think down all the way. That sounds like a good deal. We can try that. And if you can find a World of Trucks contract there, that would be perfect. We'll see. Let's go and jump there. Because right now, where am I? I'm in Yakima. You didn't see any difference in the trains. We'll see. There should be more train lines in Washington. We'll see if it has any effect. In France tomorrow, you're waiting for 44. Goodness, in Montpellier. So hopefully, you guys keep cold, air conditioning or something. Good luck. I think we'll need to go through here. So right now I have the PACCAR engine for this truck. For a change, because the International, the other truck, is using a Cummins already. So we have different sounds. There's the truck right there. Kenworth W990 by Harven. It is already night though, but if we can manage to get a World of Trucks contract, it might just work. Let's see if there's something. A long haul maybe might be nice. Gypsum. How about that one? You guys think we can finish that? Coast to coast in ATS terms? Ask us to go via Nevada though instead of California. I do want to go through Route 101. US 101 there. Albuquerque. How about that guy? Show low. That's a bit shorter. How about Tesla? Maybe not, huh? To LA. Well, we can try. Go for the gold. Gypsum. Longest haul, and let's see how far we can go. We might not be able to finish in one stream, but at least we can try. And yeah, let's go through the scenic route suggested by Tom. Let's go with that one. I don't have Mexico again. I removed it because it was hoarding the jobs away from the Washington places. And I don't know, in terms of quality, I've grown accustomed to Washington. So even though some of the areas in Mexico Extremo have been updated and they look wonderful, some are still old, and then crossing over to the older Viva Mexico areas, they can get quite performance intensive, as we've seen in the last stream. So it's not very friendly for performance, and it was causing a lot of encoding issues. So I think I wait for those to get updated first. Stay clear of them first, because with DirectX 11, the game can utilize your entire system now. So my system is now the bottleneck. It's no longer the engine. So it's a bit difficult that way. Right? If you have not seen the mod spotlight video, I have a couple of mods here in this truck. The dashboard is not the default one. That is the dashboard from the Kenworth T680. But that actually is PIVA version. So superior. Yeah, the camera is here already. Superior. So yes, we'll see how we like it.
We're ready to roll. Drive safe.
And there's Liam Neeson. I do love that start engine sound of the PACCAR. The Jake brake I'm not so much a fan of here in the PACCAR, but this engine start sound, oh, so good. Like if you zoom in, you can see the Kenworth logo. But if you remove the parking brake, it also goes off. It's pretty nice. And did you guys see the comments by Harven? So he saw my video and he was happy that I liked it. And he gave a couple of additional comments, clarifications about the questions I had during the video. And they were very informative. So I'll share them with you now as we go, in case you didn't see it over at Discord. Hey Tom, there you go. No worries, man, no worries. Nice. You've been receiving a lot of gifts. That must be because of your good acts as well, because you've been very kind to other people as well. So, what comes all around goes around, isn't that what they say? Hey Nick, glad you made it. How are you? Feels a bit different driving through in this angle. I had to move my steering wheel for this different look. But how is the view, guys? Am I in the center? Not so much, huh? It feels a bit weird. But I guess the only advantage is when I'm looking at the screen, it's like I'm looking straight at you. So there's a bit more eye contact in that regard. To be honest, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Might be bad. Nice lights. But at least now I can stare straight into the monitor, no longer needing to look left. Because before, whenever I was trucking, the steering wheel was on my right side, and so but my monitor was in the center. So when I was trucking, I had to tilt my head to the left the entire time.
In 0.1
this one feels more
right.
natural. Now you're on the PC.
Turn
Oh yeah,
right.
Canadian flag. Of course, you didn't miss that, huh, Scotsman? Buckle up, this will be a fun ride. This will be a very long ride, yeah. New mods for ATS. Yes, a lot of new mods for ATS. The only disadvantage... Oh, I'm getting encoding overload, which is very interesting in this place. Wow. You guys lagging out? Yes, you are. Dang it. Well, I didn't get that during the recording. But maybe in this area it's a bit heavy.
In 0.1
so hang tight.
Turn left.
Hopefully it settles down in a bit.
Turn left.
Could it be they added new stuff again in the update? There was a recent ATS update which modified some AI behavior, but the SCS has been known to sneak in some fixes as well. So I'm not sure if there was anything that got changed in regard to performance. Yeah, look at that. Overloading. I do have the same settings as before. That's strange, overloading here in Washington. Getting lag. The sky's on fire. Yes, it is. We'll sleep in a bit because it is the evening anyway. We'll just pick up the trailer, hang out in one of the rest areas and see.
Keep right, and then turn right.
He got one of the Washington bridges to go up while driving through Aberdeen.
Turn right.
Got a train as well, nice. We will be going through the route that you recommended, Tom. 101. So we are currently in Port Angeles. Hey Geek Squad, glad you could join. Just got this mod today and also driving in Mexico. Nice. You've had no lag in Mexico yet. Well, it's a bit tricky because my game itself does not lag.
Keep left.
But my streaming
left.
is. So it's the OBS having a problem, not actually my game.
Turn left.
But it's a bottleneck in my system. My system cannot handle both ATS smoothly and OBS smoothly. One has to suffer in that area.
0.1 miles. Turn right. Turn right.
You had overload when you drove through here tonight. It's better at night on frames. It is at night though already. Well, technically speaking, but yeah. You will get very sleepy. We don't want that. No worries, Silver. Have a good night, man, and good luck with the weather. Keep yourself cold. Yeah, stay safe. At this point, the temperature is not very friendly. It's not just uncomfortable, it's getting borderline dangerous. So stay safe, man. Where is the trailer? You guys see it? I don't. There it is.
You have reached your destination.
A double trailer for 1,800 miles. Don't think I've driven that far before. The only thing is, I realized because we're taking this job, we'll probably not be able to try the other truck anymore. So we might be stuck with this W990 the entire stream. Is that okay for you guys? Or should I choose another job? A shorter one, so we can do 2 legs. One with the W990 and one with the International LT. 2 trucks for the price of one. That's not going to go well. Have you explored Washington yet? Yes. All the cities have been explored. For sure not all the roads. But yeah, most of them. Thanks, man. Have a good night. 100 to 106. Very low humidity. Ah, that's good. That wouldn't feel too hot. Is that right? Yeah, that works. Oh, not so much, actually. Upcoming USA reworks mod. Yes, it looks very promising actually, and a couple of folks here have been watching the live streams by Eblem I think, right? And they say it's really looking pretty promising. I have no clue when it's planned to be released though. Game changer. Really looking forward to it. I don't know much of the details, but I am happy to wait to be surprised with it. Going to be out in beta form by August. Nice, that's pretty quick actually. Pretty promising. Yes, I updated NL. New skyboxes and stuff. I'm assuming that is also applicable in ATS, even though technically ATS 2 skyboxes have been changed, but they kind of share. I'm not sure if they're referenced by ATS though. We will see. I really like the dashboard though. This has been one of my favorites so far. And not that fond of the original dashboard, to be honest. It's too plain for me. The all white text looks a bit too, I don't know, left. Doesn't have so much spirit. All hail Piva, exactly. This RV turn left? Yes, I think this. Ooh, look at how those trailers are wobbling.
In 0.1 miles, turn right.
That's a beautiful sky. Looks to be transitioning.
Turn right.
Let me have a quick look at the graphic settings. Maybe something changed, maybe something refreshed, or I don't know. Because it seems like overall I'm getting higher GPU load. Nothing seems to have changed. Shadow quality is ultra though. Let's put that to high. That might actually... crap. There we go. Okay, I thought I would have to reset. And then I think I would have to do an SDK reload because usually that removes the plugins. Oh, there you go. Odd frame rate issues when you use that train mod. Maybe that was it. Let's try to disable it. Maybe that is the culprit. Yeah, let's remove it to be on the safe side. Yes. Yeah, different NL there. Not this NL. Perfect name though. Looks like it would fit right in. Let's remove that in the meantime. Maybe it's not as nice as it's advertised. Ideally, the depth of field should be responsible for blurring the distant background. Like when you're seeing the landscape from afar, that landscape from afar will be a bit blurred. That's how it is in other games at least. Here, I have not really noticed it except in the photo studio, which has a different level of blur. So, I'm not sure, to be honest. That's the short answer. Yeah, the yoke is not connected at the moment because I'm testing a different layout. Alright, shadow is... Okay, shadow has been saved, that's good. And now we should be good to go, yeah. Progress. I do like this position of the wheel though. I think I'll be keeping this. It requires a bit more, how do you say?
All set. Let's hit the road.
It requires a bit more preps on my end because I have to move the steering wheel. But just like, it's like 1 or 2 minutes. But it's much more comfortable with my neck. I think more sustainable. Everything is centered as well. We hunting cargo today, eh, Gato? We could. We definitely could. Let's go and check out the fuel consumption if we can get a Scotsmanish course.
0.1 miles. Turn left.
This truck in particular is not very fuel economic though from what I've tried. The International LT does a much better job in that regard. Maybe that's accurate. Man, look at that sky. Beautiful. I don't think we'll be sleeping just yet, huh? It's a shame if we skip out on all of that.
0.1 miles. Turn right. Turn right.
So, frame rate wise, I am getting around 8% less load on my system. It might be either because of the shadow settings I turned down. You see, they're a lot more flickery. Or maybe it's the train, indeed. There's no major difference with the shadows though, I don't think so. I think we'll be keeping this one. Just do it, Nike ad. Yes, I have the real advertisements mod as well. By Sinagrit Baba, I believe. Just do it. Good advice. 75 degrees. Is that hot? Not so much, huh? What truck is that? Is that a Volvo? Pretty nice trailer. Oh, wait a minute. That was weird. I was looking at my telemetry. I was looking at the pedal, how hard I was pushing it. Like, now that's accurate. That's just halfway. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Because I don't like putting it like that at 100%. I like it more subtle, like so. 75 is perfect. Ah, around 24. Oh, perfect indeed. Yes. Nice. 35 zone ahead. I have the air conditioning turned on right now because it's just so hot outside. I jogged for a bit, so I was sweating all over, and it would be pretty hard to be sweating while streaming. Sweating buckets, that is. Man, that looks good, doesn't it? The sky looks beautiful. Your speed, thank you. Here we go again with the laggy area. Is it the same one? Might be. Actually, bridges. Yeah, we'll definitely get a lot of bridges later. Look at this. This is quite interesting. Why are they both 101? This is 101, but this is also 101. It loops around. Nice. Maybe let's do that, but let's reroute to this one. Let's discover that area. Yeah, so we go south like that. And then we travel the coast here. That's what Tom was recommending, if I remember correctly. And then let's discover Crescent City as well. Over there. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, that's the one I want. Okay, that can work. And then let's see, 2,000 miles.
I
Okay.
urge you to relax at once. Now, enjoy the ride. Keep right.
Hey Cameron, thanks for joining. How are you? First Street. Oh, getting a bit laggy. Not so much though. More in the system than in the game than in my actual stream. It's nice. US 101 starts near Olympia and loops around Port Angeles before diving down to Aberdeen. Ah, interesting. Let's have a look again at that.
Continue straight.
So it's saying starts in Olympia, loops around Port Angeles before driving down to Aberdeen. Ah, that's the one. Okay, so that's why that's a very weird road. 101 all the way. So how do you say which part are you at? Like 101 East or 101 West? Getting some lightning storms in Colorado. Ooh, stay safe. What NL said was what your route was. Nice. And it's going to be what our route is as well. You've just been Bob Ross. Just for you, Alex. Let's go and look for Rohan inside. He must be managing this store. Or Scotsman. How am I in fuel economy? Not very good. Look at that, 4.6. Yeah, well, when we get on the highway, maybe I can make up for it. Eyes closed. You can still use the GG emo, Tom. You still have the sub, I see. So many stoplights here. Let me out of this place. Older brother. The original. I'll have to take a photo of that sky. That just looks so good. And now I can take photos even without moving my keyboard. I love it. I have to reach out a bit and fumble with the controls a bit, but I think we can make this work. So the camera, guys, I need suggestions. What angle would be best? The old angle, the straight one a bit more higher up, or what? Let me know. Or the lighting, so we can improve it bit by bit. That one works pretty well. Harven gave some inputs about the air filter, the pipes, because I commented about some of that stuff during the mod spotlight video, and it was very informative. Hey, flyover. No, not really. I did change the perspective though, the field of view, which gives an illusion of either slowing down or making the speed at which time is at which the driving speed is happening. Right now I think I'm at 66 degrees field of view. Oh goodness. And now stoplight, fine. Hey Sparkso, this is the Kenworth W990, recently re-released by Harven, edited and optimized as much as possible because it's originally a Frank Peru model, and I think we know what that means. New Mexico, yes. So it's 2,000. It's a 2,000-mile journey, and yeah, it's going to take a while. Not even sure if we can finish that. So those needles, those moving needles in the voltage, I commented about that, but Harven said that's actually the same as in the Kenworth T680, so I didn't change anything there. I didn't notice those realistic gauges before. It's nice. The fiddling gauges. Oh, the camera is here. The fiddling gauges. US 101 is marked as a north-south route because it's an odd number. the numbering can be very odd, huh? I mean, it's not as straightforward. Sometimes it can travel east and west as well. What is this? Come again. That's very nice. Is that the exit sign of Port Angeles? Or Angeles, as some of you would say. Longest you can go in game. Yeah, more or less, I guess. Around 2,000 miles. Alex, what's the longest route you've done, including the coast-to-coast routes? I know you've done quite a few of them. Were you able to do that in one sitting? Or is it like an installment thing? Over 100 game hours. This route of ours is around 33 in-game hours. Mexico to Canada. Goodness. And I guess East Canada, huh? Because Mexico is like somewhere to the west of the continent. Nova Scotia. Why does that sound familiar? I think that was in one of the Marvel movies mentioned. Didn't know where it was. 45 zone ahead, thank you for the heads up. I think we'll have to sleep in a while. Around 6 hours of driving. Goodness. If you see a big truck stop with gas, you would stop and fill it up. It will be a lot of tiny gas stations. Oh yeah, that's true. Good point. So when we see a large gas station, what the heck? Didn't it say yield? It's like Filipino driving right there. Every man for himself. Yeah, if it's 1:1 Geek Squad, it will take us literally 33 hours. Well, now 38 hours. So it will take almost 2 full days to finish this route without sleeping, without stopping. Oh, that looks so good. That sunset, the side mirror. So some bit of info, guys, you might find this interesting. Remember how if you watched any of my mod spotlight videos for trucks, I usually enable the mini console, G Minicon 1, and I showed the number of triangles, right? And Harven gave a bit of nice explanation about this. So that's right, that's one way of measuring the performance, but he gave some more insights. So he says that the interior view is basically a multiplier of the exterior view, because when you have the exterior of the truck has triangles for sure, right? When you go inside, when you go in the interior, you still have to render the truck, but now you have to render it 4 times, because you have the actual truck, you have the left mirror, you have the right mirror, and I don't know, there is something more, and you have the other mirror, but you basically have to multiply it like 3 or 4 times. So rendering 3 or 4 times. That's why the triangle count in the exterior is much less than the triangle count in the interior.
Continue straight.
And then you have the actual steering wheel, the dials. These also contribute, but he mentioned it's not as significant as the truck itself. So the main driver of the triangle count is the exterior model, basically. And when you go in the interior, that basically gets multiplied because of the mirrors. So optimizing the exterior is a very good first step, in my opinion, of optimizing the truck. It's actually very nice to know. Let me catch up in chat. Socorro is between Albuquerque and Truth. I don't think I'm familiar with Truth. New Mexico. did the trip from Spokane, Washington to the top tip of Maine. Wow, 3125 miles, nice. Did you arrive in one piece? How much damage did you incur the entire way? You were disappointed that Truth or Consequences was not included in the New Mexico DLC. Wait a minute, are those real places? Truth and Consequences? Those are real cities in New Mexico? That's why the double mirrors are bad for frames. Ah, so that guy. So those are basically rendering twice as much? Goodness. And also he mentioned when you are in the garage, when you're in the, for example, in the truck mods, in the truck dealership, the triangle count doubles as well because there's a reflection on the ground. You know, that shiny ground that reflects the truck. So that kind of doubles the triangles again. So yeah, it's a bit hard to get the real triangle count of the actual truck only because there will always be other factors. But I think as long as we measure all trucks against the same background, against the same place, we should get a more or less consistent reading. Yeah, that was the plan originally, to make Coach Simulator on the same engine, but I think they're super busy and really focusing on the truck aspect that they have not really had time to go into the coaching aspect. There are Truth and Consequences. Is that a single
Keep right.
town?
And then
Or are those two
exit
different
right.
ones? Guy must have liked that game so much. Let's see, is there a large rest area here? The icons are a bit different. I'm a bit disoriented. There is a rest area here. There's a gas station there, but it's quite small. No, not many gas stations around. Look at that. How we're looping around that in Astoria. We could sleep for now over there, but Aberdeen, that doesn't look like a large resting area. But I don't want to drive through the night, so we'll just have to push through it. We'll see how it goes. I might have to leave my trailer on the road.
Are you prepared? Only the certain will make it. Let's move forward.
It's one
Keep
town.
right. And then exit right.
That loop in Astoria is coming off the big bridge. Oh my
Exit
goodness.
right. In
I like that.
0.1 miles, turn left. Turn left.
Just
Keep
cruise
right.
along here. Is that the traffic light? There is a traffic light. I didn't expect that. Was there a sign? I didn't see. This is a quite interesting junction. So where are we going here? We're actually looping around, so we're not taking that road. We're not taking those broken lines. We're taking this inner lane. Looks like this one. Yes. Yes, interesting. Very nice. Very nice junction. I like it. Go to the truck stop in Olympia. There's one. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Let's have a look. Olympia. Where is the truck stop in Olympia? Well, it's a bit too late now, I guess, huh? Read that a tad too late. I don't see it. There is one there, a huge one. It's not where we're passing through, unfortunately. Very interesting name of a town. Does anyone know its history? Yeah, I wonder why SCS didn't include it. Maybe it didn't fit with the scale.
Keep left.
Yes. Good try. Unfortunately, I read it a bit too late. Sorry about that. So now we have to live a little with dark roads. Can't beat good old lick skillet. Goodness. Sounds almost like a bad word. Wrong way? Is it? That's not. Go to Aberdeen. It's the long route. Oh dear. Alex, get ready. Be on the lookout for tracks and droppings. Yes, we came from 101. And we're going back on the 101, I think. Ahoy! Drive safely! Thank you for joining, man. Let's give him a taste of his nice indicator. How do you say? Toggle sounds. I love that springing thing. That must be my favorite sound out of all the sounds you've modified. Love it. Springy action. Welcome to Aberdeen. And now we should be slowing down. My bad. Hey, Trumpster. Thanks for joining. How are you guys? How's everybody doing? How is everybody's frame rates? Doing good. Alright. That diner is quite lovely, or lively I should say. There should have been a very nice bridge if only we could see it. Shouldn't have triggered that parking brake. Old habits die hard. Is it possible to change trucks in between jobs? Maybe we can do some kind of like baton passing, you know, like a relay. Like halfway through, we switch to the international. Has anyone ever tried that? There's new train sounds for the Union Pacific local too. Oh, will do. Do we actually beat the red light there? I think we did. Will do. And now we're getting overloads again. Just a tad though. Just a tad. Want to visit one of those yummy restaurants. Gotta be yummy. I think so too. Wouldn't object to that. Oh, this is a one-way street. Interesting. I kind of remember this. Isn't this the route that we took with one of the special transport jobs? Going to Aberdeen, didn't we come from there maybe? I think. Encoding overload.
Keep right. And then turn right.
There's the gas station. Should we gas up? Where's my fuel? I cannot see my fuel tank.
Turn right.
Where the heck is it? Oh, there in the middle. 3/4. I was looking all over right and left. It was apparently that middle bottom dial. Yeah, we don't need to refuel yet. I'm sure we'll find a bigger spot, but we do need to sleep. In the vanilla game, there is no sound for it. Ah, yes, I think I remember that. Like when I got stuck in a train crossing, had a nice view of the train, but it was super quiet. Nice that you could add the sounds to it. Thanks, man. Now where is this rest area? Here? This one? For real? Just straight through? That's interesting. Up. There we go with the usual problem with the double trailers. No way to reverse them properly. Certain city drop off the load. Get a different job. So we won't be finishing this job if we do that. Not so sure if I like that. And it looks like it's not buying it, so I think I'll have to remove the trailer. There we go. Now we can sleep. Oh, there's the how do you call it? Undercarriage lighting? The red thing. Just like a sports car. Forgot to highlight that in the video. There we go. Perfect. Oh, now it's much better, I think. Well, let's try it from the inside. It's the same. I was seeing if the performance would be better from inside the cab. Maybe the train is electric. Yeah, could be. There we go. Reverse just a little. Enough so I can get enough space. And now I turn. Do I have enough space there? Yes, I do. I squeeze in, guys. Thank you. Railroad crossing. Maybe we get lucky with the train. Maybe we wait for a train and hear the sounds. Wait a few seconds. Maybe we can get lucky. Alright, is it all trains drive safely or only the ones in Seattle near the Union Pacific area there? Nice horns by that bus. Three, 2, 1. Okay. No one. Not that lucky. Let's get back on the road. So we'll try to swap trucks later if we can. If we can keep the same job, but if we have to drop off the job, I'm not so sure I like it.
In 0.1 miles, turn right.
Also, in terms of performance, this truck is much better. Much less triangle count. So maybe for a stream, this would be more than enough because we are getting a bit of lag as it is. It's still a Frank Peru truck at the end of the day.
0.1 miles,
even though Harven has optimized it as much as possible. So far you've modded the EMD SD40. Ah, okay, so it depends which logo it is. I see. Game stops you from changing trucks mid-job. That is also what I'm afraid of. I think you're right.
Turn left.
That might be the case. Dang
Turn
it.
left.
But I guess that's fine. It will be very bad for the frames if I switch to the international LT anyway. For recording, I think it's enough, but if I'm streaming, I don't think I have enough system resources for
Keep
that.
right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Okay, nice turn. I thought I was going into the curb there. Now there is a bit of traffic up ahead. Are you guys going to move, or did an AI truck bug out again? Oh, looks like something's happening with the bridge. Oh, dang it. Something happened with the bridge and we didn't see it. Man! So close yet so far. Yeah, the Mac Anthem is definitely not for streaming. As cool as it is. And remember when I drove it before? I drove it in Mexico Extremo. In its unoptimized state, in that place where there were lots of bridges and tunnels. So yeah, I also really liked it, Gato. Yeah, I'm not sure if it can handle it though, so I might do some videos on it instead. So maybe for this stream we'll stick with the W990, and for recording I'll go with the international LT, so we can get both, because I know there are fans of both of trucks and I sure like both of them. In terms of the dashboard, I think I like the internationals better. But the overall truck, I'm not so sure. I think I'm leaning towards this one a bit. But fuel economy wise, I definitely like that other one better. I'm getting so good scores there. And I'm not even trying. Here I'm only getting 5.7. There I was getting 8 for a very short route and not a lot of highways. But we'll see. Maybe I can still make up for it. Yeah, I really like it. Are you guys noticing the constant vibrations as well? I'm not sure if it's my monitor vibrating, like because I have force feedback, or if it's the actual truck. That's not my head movements, but the fidgety movements like that. You bought the Mac R as your first truck on your new ATS profile. Oh, yeah. That's a very good plan. I am planning to do the same when I finally create a new profile. But I'm holding off on it because I'm still crossing my fingers that they release multi-drops eventually. That's still my... I promised myself when they release multi-drops, I'll make a new profile and start from scratch. So I really like that mechanic. A lot more planning involved and more opportunities for optimizing the route and getting more money, all that stuff. Yeah, the Mac R. I'm actually waiting for Polly to release his Mac R skin with my logo in there, because he showed it off on Twitter and I think he's working on it. So really looking forward to that one. You like it too as well.
0.1 miles. Turn right.
But you're more into the Freightliner FLB and FLD. Ah, completely understandable. Yeah, very different feel of trucks.
Turn right.
Yeah, I have a commenter over at YouTube who likes the classic W900 much more. Alex, go for it. Female deer. Level 1. 1 trivial. Goodness, that was nice. Deer crossing, literally. Super cool looking truck. Love it. Shot on the wing. Not on the nose. Wood grain dashboard for the win. Classic. Oh, and yeah, Harven mentioned something as well. I think the steering wheel that he used is from the default Kenworth D680, but since I have interior-exterior reworks by LXAP, the models are actually changed as well, and I think because of that, the exclusive steering wheel doesn't quite fit with this truck anymore. So I think it would look actually better and more matching if you had the default wheel in there without the reworks. I haven't tested it, but that's what I got from his statement. Shot the deer with your 22 rifle. Claim the trophy. Track the blood. I've been playing offline when I get the chance, and I've been trying to do the missions over at the Hunter, and I'm currently at this mission where you have to hunt coyotes, and it's just so hard to find them. I find deer everywhere, but the coyotes are very elusive. I think maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. We did this trip earlier. A deer made you crash into the guardrail in front of you because they scared you. It was pitch dark. Thought they were a car. Tried to swerve and hit the guardrail. It was mid-turn. Yes, they do appear at that intersection. So if you were just continuing on, you would actually be hitting them if you didn't slow down. Well, maybe not hitting them, but coming close to them. Time for a photo. Not the most scenic bridge shot, so let's focus on the truck instead. That kind of works. Yeah, happy with that. Jack had trouble finding the coyotes too. They're very elusive. I saw two by the mountain though. In I forgot the name. Starts with the letter C, I think. Over in the east side of the map, in Lakeside District. Was it Lakeside, Lakeview, Lake something? LA. First two letters are all I can remember. And I haven't been able to fly for a couple of days because I'm so lazy to set the yoke back. But I'm missing it, so I might fly again soon if I get the chance. Maybe later, who knows? Ooh, was that at the 800? Didn't get a good look at it. Man, these trees look beautiful. Maybe this is where we should have taken that shot. One sec, guys. I think this might be a nice background. Saw cop at the bridge where you turn right. I'll try not to, thanks. Oh yeah, that bend is actually pretty nice. And with the trees at the back, that's a very nice view. Only thing is that bus is actually getting in the way a bit. So I think off you go for now. So we can focus on the truck itself. Get a bit wider this time. Better shot of the trees. Man, if for some magical way SCS can adopt the graphics from the Hunter, that would be one heck of a graphical improvement. They've done such a good job. I think they're using a different engine as well. I'm not familiar. But the Hunter's graphics is so good. So many photo-worthy moments. Need to fly a bush plane equipped with floats. Like landing on water. When we went to the Maldives, we flew on that kind of plane.
In 0.1 miles, turn right.
But I wasn't into flight sims yet back then, so I had no clue what that plane was. I don't know if it was like a... For sure it was not a Cessna because it could take a couple of folks in, like, I don't know, maybe maximum occupancy of 12 people. Oh, bridge. guys don't have to take a photo here, right? That's a non-negotiable. Entering Oregon. Maybe here in the middle, right at the border. And did I not turn on the traffic again? I guess not. That's good for us, at least. So we... No, I turned it back on. I see a truck there. Yeah, that works. Simple as that. Get a mod that lets him drive other things other than trucks. Yeah, it's good in a way. Like, there are lots of mods out there. Ooh, nice chopper, where you can drive a car, drive a shopping cart, all the insane stuff. It's not quite the same if you don't have a truck. I guess for fun, yeah, it could work from time to time. But trucks are still the way to go, in my opinion. Is that a plane? Oh, it's a bird just floating, gliding along. One more bridge. Can I take a quick shot like so? That actually caused my everything to reset. Caused a bit of lag. I think that was because of the high quality screenshot. Oh, this is the bridge, yeah, leading to Astoria. The what's the name of the bridge? Astoria Wiggler Bridge, something like that. I Wikipedia'd it once. Completely forgot the name now. See that bridge to your right? Oh, is this the one you mentioned? Right. Man, that's beautiful. Astoria Big Ole Bridge.
0.1 miles. Turn right.
That works too. Welcome to Oregon. Haven't we entered
Turn
Oregon
right.
already on that bridge? There we go. Road trip. And the roundabout. We don't get these often in the US. What is this? Why are these guys stopped? Oh, oh, oh. That doesn't look good. Clumsy moments in there. Steer clear of the clumsy trucker. Oi, 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 oi. Might hit that guy. Okay, he's moving. And that's why I don't use it. Case in point. Yeah. Now we know. Astoria Megler Bridge indeed. Okay, still remembered it. Thanks. Oregon has a few Union Pacific trains going around. Oh, nice. Maybe we'll get lucky. Will do. Hey, Sheng. Definitely. Really liking this truck. Let's go and zoom out on the map a bit. Get a little of that Yandex action. Are you guys familiar with Yandex? I've never heard of that app until now. I guess it's a Russian navigation app. At least that's what it says in the... It said it was a Russian company when I googled it. But I didn't read much on it. How are you doing, Sheng? Are you studying for the board exams already? 4 years ago, you and your grandparents did a US Canada tour for your high school graduation. Beaver Creek, Yukon territory. Alex, hear that? Yukon. Hunting hype. There was a female moose. Oh, there we go. Took some good pictures. Pickup truck came behind us and he shot the moose with a 36 rifle. Wow. First Nation is a tribe in Canada. Ooh, I see. Isn't that illegal? What is that, like fair game? Like how does it work in the US or in Canada? Are there like hunting grounds where people can actually do that if they have a license or something? I don't know how it works. Lots of clumsy truckers around. We take boards on the 11th, as in July 11. Wow. Good luck, man. Wishing the best. Moving to Louisiana soon to work there after boards. Let me try and picture this. You are in Texas right now. Louisiana is to the east, I'm guessing. Isn't Yandex also a company like PayPal? Maybe. I have no clue. I have not heard of it before. But I'm guessing it's a real navigation company. Sinaglit Baba made it. He was also the one who made the Google GPS mod. But I have no clue what else it does. Maybe. Photo of the bridge from Washington in Astoria from. Yes, you're a sub, so you can post links. We trust you enough to allow you that. They can hunt year round. Ah, I see. So that's really like a place where you can hunt. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, it should be fine as long as you share wholesome stuff, you know. Share away. There you go. That's the one I googled, I think. Yeah. In the US, the Native American tribes don't have to follow most rules. That's their like privilege for losing their homes and stuff. Is that the argument? Yandex Money, it's called. Ah, interesting. And it's also Russian. That might be one of the big companies there then, huh? That does everything. Here in Southeast Asia, Grab is becoming like that. So if you guys have heard, a couple of months or years ago, well, like a few years ago, Uber came into Asia. But they've been bought. Is it bought? Sold? Beaten? By the more local company called Grab. As in Grab. Where's the camera? Grab. And Grab is now getting only not into the ride-sharing industry, but also the payments, like what are the mobile payments? Not really like PayPal, but you know, like the QR code scanning, food deliveries. They're getting into all sorts of things. You can have a Grab wallet now. So yeah, I think it's the in thing nowadays. Companies covering services from end to end. I think Yandex is kind of Russian Google. Ah, yeah, makes sense. Feel the wheels lifting off the ground there. No, it was just your imagination. It was just a balance test for the truck. Yes, Grab is like Lyft. Part of it. But yeah, now it's bigger. If you go to Southeast Asia, Grab is the market leader in the ride-sharing industry. And before, they were getting some very bad press about it because they were not so professional in some ways, but now I think they're doing a good job. Whenever I go out and need to take a cab, I use Grab. And Grab is not like hoarding or eating away the income from taxis either, because Grab has an option, so you can either choose a taxi or a ride-sharing car or either of the two, anyone which is nearer. So they're not completely alienating it. That being said, that kind of thing in Singapore is super expensive still, so I try my utmost best not to take them. Like only as a last resort if I'm like going to be really late or for special occasions, then I do it. Otherwise I take the train or the bus. It's much cheaper, like I don't know, 10 times cheaper. A train ride can take you at most up to around $2. Taxi can take you up to $20 if you're going to the city and it's peak hours. That's Singapore dollars, by the way, which is around, I don't know, 16, 18 USD, something like that. Just use your imagination. Yeah, it was the screen moving, not the truck. I was just moving my head like that.
Police reported ahead.
My bad. My bad. Fuel economy is getting better, but not so much because we are not on a highway. But that's fine. At least it's scenic, right? Nice Volvo VNL. Speaking of Volvo VNL, I really like the updated EVR sounds, and I've heard similar comments over at the YouTube channel when I featured the sounds in a silent trucking episode. The turbo whine is not loud anymore, and I think Gato, you would be approving of that, because I think that was one of your main complaints before, right? The turbo whine was too strong before. You hear what hackers did to your city a few weeks ago? They sent a virus and an email. They locked the city government out of its government files, ordered the city of Baltimore to pay Bitcoin. Wow. They have that ransomware, I think they call it. That kind of hacking. Goodness. So that one, did their screen move as well, or was it my monitor only? It might be my monitor only, the force feedback thing. Screen moved. Okay, that was. Where's that coming from though? Is that new? I'm not sure I noticed that strong behavior before. Pepsi? Any Pepsi fans here? Yeah, I know. Parking brake. Much easier on my foot. Kept people from making loans to buy houses in the city. Goodness, that sounds crazy. Yeah, the hospitals I heard about. Yeah, the ransomware I think first hit there. Really dangerous. Is it not a problem with the head tracking? It might be. Yes, you might be right. Maybe when the force feedback moves, it affects my desk. There you go, like that. And it kind of shakes my camera with the track IR. That might be it. Yes. So it might not be the game itself, but my camera, which is the culprit. I might have to adjust it in a bit. When we go to a rest area, let's see if I can adjust it. You like Dr. Pepper more than Pepsi? I don't think I've had Dr. Pepper so much, and that's not so big here in Asia, I think. Do they offer the same drinks? Like same flavors? I thought they only had like specific different ones. Not so familiar with them. Issue with track IR, sunbeams of light. Yes, that is a very known limitation of track IR. You can mitigate that a bit by doing something in the track IR settings, but if the sun rays are too strong, yeah, it will still happen. So at your back, there shouldn't be any bright lights because these three should be the brightest ones there, so they will be captured by the camera. If there is something in the camera's view, which is brighter, then it will detect that as the marker instead, and it will destroy. That shaking thing is so weird. It will destroy the. Oh, that one. See, I can replicate it now. Sorry. I know it's dizzying. 1 sec. Let's do something about that. There, it's not so finicky anymore. Okay, there we go. I think it's more stable now. Alright, let's do that. I should actually be going straight here. My bad. Let's try it. Oh, it's still happening. Okay, maybe I should be gentler on the steering wheel then. Cannot use it like a drum. Rip. Let's call that force feedback. Force feedback 2.0. Now that's in-game realistic cabin physics. Look at that, there's actually a camera there. First time I noticed that. Nice touch. IKEA desk. If you'll buy me one, sure. There's something being sold here. I forgot the name. I think it's called something like Omnidesk. But Omnidesk is something like, I don't know, $600 for a table. No, I think I'll stick with my IKEA. It's pretty fancy looks, fancy accessories, and then you can move some stuff, but I think it's not built for me either, because I need something like removable panels or something for my peripherals. One for my steering wheel, one for the keyboard, one for the yoke. I can adjust as necessary. I haven't seen like a simulator friendly desk like that. Maybe that's something that could be tapped by the market. Nice bridge, man. Yakina Bay. Is that a Native American name again? Let's take a shot here.
Police reported ahead.
My bad. Okay, let's take a photo. Oh yeah, that works pretty well. That works pretty darned well. Car itself is not doing wonders though, but yeah, that works. Kitchen knives that are sharp. You have a fear of sharp knives. Aha, I see. Well, I am very clumsy when it comes to that, but I guess I don't have the same exact fear. Maybe you can grow into it. Like start with the knives that aren't that sharp, and then bit by bit start trying out using the sharper knives. Maybe that will work for you. I don't know, but it might be something you have to get used to slowly. Can't rush it. Please don't turn left, thank you. Oregon Coast Aquarium. Suicide red car, you know, right?
Continue straight.
Get scared, you will drop it. Beat the red light. And cut your foot or something. Yeah, you have to be very careful with those knives. Terry Crews, where? I didn't see. Was there an ad with him? Oh, I missed it. Yeah. Manila driving, that one. Old Spice ad. Nice. Good catch.
Keep right.
Slow down. So happy it's Friday again. The week has been so busy. Thankfully I still have enough time for streaming and hanging out with you guys, because this is such a stress reliever. So thank you for joining me here. And yes, I'm really happy about the new Hunter thing as well. Thanks again, Alex and Jack, for that. Completely did not expect I would enjoy it that much. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll take some photos. I'll join some multiplayer sessions so I can take photos. But then the actual hunting mechanic itself, I've grown to really like. The killing, not really so much, because I mean, still violence, and I'm not really into hurting animals, but the aspect of hunting and listening to your surroundings and stalking your prey, that aspect, it's really engaging. And that, you know, that battle, that constant hide and seek, and being one with the elements is really something that you can get into. And it's all virtual, so you're not really hurting any animals. That's the best thing about it. Because in real life, I don't think I will go with that. I don't like hurting animals. Even insects, we try not to hurt. Like if there's a moth that gets into the house, we do our best to show it away and let it go through the window or something. Just not my cup of tea. Yar! Oh, perfect timing. There you go, Jack. Rewatching The Expanse. Oh, did you finish? I just finished season 3 over at Prime Video. It was so good. And the ending, huh? And the concepts, that series is so good. It's the first time I've seen a sci-fi movie or a sci-fi world that realistic. It deals with real life physics, not just magically transporting from one galaxy to the other. There's really some bit of science involved. It's not just magic. Season 3 episode 1. Ah, that's perfect. Yeah. Enjoy. So good. And this is so good. I think we'll need to take a photo here. Maybe after this bend. A 2-week trip. Cutting other folks, we won't make friends that way. Goodness, that consumption, not very good. How far do we have to go? What do you guys see on the telemetry? I'm guessing around the 1,500 miles. Yeah, I moved the cam, inspired by you. But I don't think it's working quite as well. I am still working with it. I'm still trying to find the magic spot. But I think I like this setup, not the camera position itself, but the wheel position. I moved the wheel to the center of the monitor now, because before it was off to one side and I had to look left the entire stream to see where I was driving. Now it's at least it's in the center. It's much easier on my neck. 1643, thank you. 1645, thanks guys. Yeah, I don't have access to that. A couple of folks have been asking about the overlay. At one point I do want to share it. Crap, it was too fast there. But it might get some wrong notions from people, because it's not really... Yeah, people are expecting that that's actually an in-game overlay that they can see. It's not. It's only for the stream. In my screen, in the monitor I'm looking at, I don't see that at all for those who are new. So that is specifically for those watching the stream. And that's why I don't even see the how many miles left and all that stuff. This is not NASCAR. Oh, isn't it? I thought it was. Crap. No retarder. I was enabling the retarder and it was not working. I forgot. Slow down. There we go. Give a bit of space to that guy. He's carrying the same load as us. Well, same company at least. At this point, you're missing the second trailer. I think it's almost it's almost got detached. Truck racing game or anything that's racing, not good for me. Anything that's slow paced might be better. By the way, Jack, Alex was mentioning that you also had some trouble with finding coyotes in the hunter. How did you manage to find them? I'm also having trouble. ATV race next week. Yeah, that one we can do. ATV race I can work with. Oh, look at that. I didn't know they had those in Oregon. The rotating bridges. I don't think you can drive through there, but that's a very nice effect. Cool. Let's take a photo. Played once, did not go well. 18-wheeler caps. Let's take that one. I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, we cannot see it so much. Oh, okay, let's just focus on this bridge then. That sky though, beautiful. Natural looks for the win. There's this one guy over at YouTube who is really like commenting at every video. It's like saying graphics mod and then like the crying emojis. Unfortunately, I don't have any news for you, but I will let you guys know as soon as I have something. Because, yeah, we all want this. And I think I can enable the music again. There we go. More streamy. Lots of trucks making babies ramming each other. What? They're found at dusk and mainly around rocky areas. Have rabbits near. I saw some near the mountain. I got 2 of them there. The music will speed you up. I don't think I need more speeding up based on what the guys are saying. Goose Bay. Welcome to the Stream Palace.
reported ahead.
My bad. How's our fuel? Almost halfway. That's fine.
Continue straight.
Nah, this music is fine. This is from Abstraction Music, and this is, yeah, I specifically looked for these songs from this artist because it's YouTube friendly and it sounds very nice, very perfect for background music, very chill with what the stream is intending to have. Very chill vibe. Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Continue straight.
Liam, take a nap. New weapon pack will have 3006. Is that a good one? There are coyotes all over the map. Ah, trick is finding where they congregate. Yeah, I think that's what I'm missing. I found some by the mountain, but I don't want to go back there because it's so scary. At one point, I was in the bushes. I couldn't see anything in front of me, but I can hear that something is walking and disturbing the grass, like a few yards away from me. Like we were almost, like, I don't know, 3 yards away or 2 yards away from each other, but we couldn't see each other. So we were like fumbling around, trying to find where that spot is, where each other is. And I think at some point we came head to head, and luckily I was able to hit him before he bit me because he was charging at me. Scary stuff. So I didn't want to return there if possible. Too close encounters. I prefer long range engagements if possible. The 800 right there. Come out of the bush. Scary Mountains, just like explain exactly. That's the one. There's a thing between me and Scary Mountains, huh? Of the third kind. Yeah. Something like that. But yes, I kind of like that aspect. It's very rewarding. And then I had this failed hunting of a bear. I found this bear that was an 8
straight.
mythical, and I spent like an hour or more tracking it, and in the end I just lost its tracks. It just like ended somewhere. It made like a U-turn and then suddenly it was gone. It's like, what the heck? All that for nothing. So frustrating, but it's part of the game. Maybe I was going too fast or going too slow, or I don't know which one it is. Oh, that looks nice. I love these sceneries where the road is above and you are overlooking a city or a town. It just looks so real. I remember in Sweden there are a lot of these passing through bridges and stuff. Really nice effect. Now you need a drink, I also need one. Exactly. I drive fast at the worst possible moments. Won't be clumsy trucking for nothing. When you first had Hunter, you tracked the moose from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh, dang it. Still didn't find it. Loop 3 legs. Oh, moose. The moose. The legend of the moose. Is it worth it to hunt rabbits? Or do they give like minuscule points? Because I think they're kind of hard to hunt. Super small and hard to spot. Moose are just tall rabbits. I think rabbits have larger footsteps though, don't they? Can give you decent XP. Oh, can they? I've been underestimating them all this time. Like I was chasing the bear I was mentioning a while ago. And then there was a point where we were running, and there was this rabbit which was running with us, and I was just ignoring it. It's like, oh. The little 22 rifle is perfect for rabbits. I am currently on that mission where I have to hunt coyotes on each part of the map, but I have to hunt them using a specific rifle. I think the 27, I can't remember. 270? What do you call it? So I have to have that specific rifle. I cannot use my favorite. What's the name? Mosen gun or something. Drink one for all the Canadians on Sunday. Sunday is Canada Day. Oh, is it? Nice. Happy Canada Day, Scotsman. Is that how you say it? Happy National Day. It's Monday. Take plenty of ammo for the 22. So fast firing, goes through troops like mad. Can't remember if that's the one I'm using for the mission. I'll take a look, thanks. 4th of July. Is that on a for Thursday, I guess, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Thursday for you, Friday for me. Yeah. Works. Perfect. Nice. It's a bit dark, doesn't it? And that's weird because I have all the lights on. One sec, let me try something. Let's work on the face cam a bit. Oh, that's even darker, isn't it? Let's make that brighter. Adjust it a bit. Let me see if I turn this off. How about that? Is it too much? One-sided, not too even. Can't see it so much. Or buy the 470 Nitro. Rabbit bits everywhere. What is that? Is that a shotgun? Captain Shadow. This headrest looks like I'm Dracula, doesn't it? Like a huge cape, like I have a huge cape or something. Mwahaha. So which one's better? The lights on? Lights on or off? I think that should be used for a completely different context, but okay. Now we know your secret. I think we're going back to the top view next time. This angle is too Dracula-ish. Ta-da! Perfect. Rest area. Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank goodness we have a sleeper. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Natural Lux lights at the back. Jay out for the day. I know, right? So, why isn't it appearing? Should be here. Do I have to detach the trailer again? I don't know. Let me try and find it without a trailer. Oh, there we go. Just a few inches away. Alright, catch you guys in the morning. How about if we tip down the camera a bit? One sec, let's experiment a bit here. Did that change anything? I don't think it did. Okay. Fine, let's leave it there. Oh, this is getting a bit OCD-ish. Beautiful. Just a few inches away. Goodness. Quite in the spot. There we go.
Drive safe.
Jadar for the win. Through and through. Trailer brake. Perfect. Back on the road. Will someone give way? Thank you. No, I didn't. I got scared. Because as it is right now, my system is really getting pumped. So I'm not sure if it will be a good move for me. Maybe I can try at least. Is it free? Chroma cam. There was an update today. I think I did. I played it like, what time is it now? Like 4 hours ago. But I'm not sure. I wasn't sure that there was an update. I didn't notice anything at least. I played for a couple of minutes. Ah, nice. Maybe. I definitely did not get any performance problems. That's actually huge. Knocks down to 720 by 30 if you use the non-pro version. That's fine because my cam can only go up to 30 frames anyway. Aside from that, there's no, like, I don't know, watermark or anything. Maybe I can try. Whoa, crap. Okay, thank goodness that wasn't too sharp. Logitech? Is that a Logitech product? I thought it was like a third-party thing. That's cool. Nice. Probably give it a go. Thanks. That's a much bigger rest area. I should have stopped there instead. Oh, that's fine. At least we stopped. And oh yeah, this was what I was asking, right? This one, see? I'm at 60 miles already. I'm at 62 miles and nothing is braking. Even if I set my cruise control to 55. So maybe the automatic engine brake will help, because I don't have that on. That's the only thing I think can help. What Alex mentioned. I'm not sure.
Police reported ahead.
I don't think it does either. Are you out of Washington yet? Can add backdrops from your pics folders too. Ah, nice. Yeah, that will be pretty cool. I'll see if it works for me. Thanks. Yeah, I don't think it works that way I want. Yeah, I want it to behave like the retarder, but smart cruise control, grid step. Not really. Yeah, I'm not sure how to set that up. I think that only works if you have a retarder. There was someone who commented that it's enabled if you get an engine, a transmission that doesn't have a retarder, then automatically it should use the engine brake if it's trying to stop you. If the cruise control is trying to slow you down, but doesn't seem like it happens for me at least, so maybe I'm missing a setting. Not really sure. Slow down. This looks like a bend coming up ahead. That's more like it. Hear the birds, ambient sounds, realistic bird sounds. There's probably a bird hanging out by the balcony again. Oh, go. Oh, this is a nice shot. We will have to take a photo here. 1 sec. Let's get a view of that. Yeah, that works. Oh, that also is very nice. Maybe let's take a shot from this angle for a change. The trailer is still there, that's the good news. Yeah, that's the one I got, the one in the Steam Workshop. But you do have to download separate add-ons for Sizzle's cabin accessories, for the steering creations pack and all that stuff. But minor details. While you were having problems, cleaned out your PC, remembered you had changed the NVIDIA setting to advanced 3D graphics. Ah, nice. Awesome. I thought it was because of your maybe some unclean files, maybe browser history or whatnot. That's great, man. And we are now in California. Even I don't go there. Naughty hard drive partitions. Yeesh. Became FedEx. Begin freeway. Finally. Which freeway are we at? I think we'll have to refuel on the way though. Let's let this guy pass. Stay on the other lane so he can merge in. And let's stop through here. Actually no. Where's the gas station? Here. Crescent City. Oh, first time discovering this. A Texaco, which is apparently owned by Chevron as well. Do you guys know the history of this? Like Chevron buy Texaco at some point? Because I heard Texaco is more like a European, or like more in the European market, I think. Not so sure. What do you have in the UK? Ah, this is part of the US expansion mod, so that's why I haven't discovered it before. Nice. Oh, that's a lot. 140 gallons. There's a trick in... I remember this from P1D, or maybe I don't remember, but I know there is a trick for converting gallons to pounds, at least in jet fuel. But I forgot. Yeah, cliffhanger. Something like removing the last digit, multiplying by 2, it's like 2,800 pounds. I don't know, something like that. And then adding half, I can't remember. Wait, just drinking. So maybe 3,500 pounds? What make you refueling? Oh, Disney will buy them out. Oh goodness. Scott's one will be happy then. I really love that engine start sound. So bassy. It's my favorite so far. Nice. Hot dogs, anyone? Put the DD in it. Are you sure? Like the Mac RDD. Not sure if you'd like that. Yes. Rumbles into life. That's the description for it. It's a very nice town. Surfer City looks like. Surf's up, dude. Yes to hot dogs. I thought you said yes to DD. Very subtle change, I like it. US expansions, very seamless change. Now the ghost. Nice. Smell the fresh, salty air. Ooh, look at that. Is this still part of the US expansion mod? Looks Very animated. I think I've drove through here before. Can't quite remember though. Oh, I remember this part, yeah. Buffalo. Carabao. Crescent City is actually there in the base SCS map. Just made it discoverable with businesses. Ah, I see, I see. Just put it in the map as a city. Nice subtle addition there. Albino, shoot! Shoot! Oh, a Boeing. Did you guys hear about the new problems from the 737 MAX? Goodness. I saw the news that their stocks plunged after that news article. Too bad for them. Hopefully they get it sorted out soon. But if I were going to invest in Boeing, I would probably go in now when it's lower. Because I'm expecting, yeah, they'll recover from it eventually. But yeah, it plunged like, can't remember, 5% in one day, something along that dramatic. So it's basically on sale right now. Paul Bunyan and Babe. Who was that? Isn't Babe a pig? I remember there's a Hollywood movie called Babe, and it was a pig, the main character. The P-16 Boeing logos. Oh, I haven't yet. I haven't gone there yet. I think last time I was there I was still using Grimes' real company logo. I have to go there. I should have gone there today. Missed that one. Maybe in one of the videos. Thanks. You look really nice. It's good to know. Mythical Lumberjack and Babies is Blue Ox. That guy didn't seem too blue to me. Maybe it's a copyright issue. They had to change his color. Too much traffic here, thank goodness. Otherwise I would be stopping and going. And with the latest ATS patch, they removed the slow trucks again. You know how the trucks slow down now when they're going uphill? That doesn't happen anymore again. They removed it because they said the implementation is quite not there yet. So maybe they'll bring it back in 1.36, but not at the moment. Good XP for a mythical. The mythical is the Lumberjack though. I'm not sure if you'll get any XP there. Might get prison time instead. Yeah, no more slow double haze, exactly. Jack will miss that. Or maybe not. Yeah, look at how fast that guy is going. Not slowing down at all. Double Boeing hype. Saw that. Oh, and something about the truck as well. I was commenting in the Mod Spotlight video about the stacks for the W990. They're much less of a hindrance in terms of when looking outside at the back. And Harven says yes, it's really like that in real life. Because the W990 is actually wider versus the 900. So the cab is wider. and so they could not afford to. So I think they could make it less jutting out because the cab is overall wider. And then the air filters, the usual air filters, like the cylindrical things, the tanks, couldn't do that here anymore because they would jut out too much and the truck would become too wide already. So they resorted to those like mini air filters, something like that. Quite nice design changes and getting an idea of how the things are evolving bit by bit. It's almost similar to how planes evolved, like how the 737-800 moving to the 737 MAX, what changed, what they did to update the parts, make the big engines bigger, move it forward, things like that. Added additional mechanisms, engineering stuff. Yes, sometimes we get lucky. I remember a quote from my colleague. She really liked this one because whenever we're working, sometimes we get some requirements that don't make sense, but we have to follow them because we're working with the client and that's what they want. So she has this saying where she says, sometimes you lose and sometimes the others win. I absolutely love that quote. Mickey is negotiating the purchase of the Pacific Ocean. It's surprised that they haven't bought that yet. That's un-Disney-like of them. But yeah, Disney is, to be fair, they release such good quality content, and I'm surprised that I'm enjoying each one of them. We watched Aladdin. I really enjoyed it. Even if I knew all the entire story already, all the songs, I still enjoyed it. I watched Toy Story 4, and before that we watched Toy Story 3 on Netflix to review. I didn't expect I'd enjoy it, but the story was really engaging. I mean, I thought initially, what's that guy doing? Can you see? It was like he was doing a U-turn on the highway. A clumsy maneuver. Horses. Mickey's face in front of every passport. And then the pages of the passport would be filled with Disney characters. Yeah, that's the future. The AI truck's trailer was over the rail. Oh, rip. Interesting how he got away from that though, huh? May I go to Europe? Mickey denied. And then the visas would be called as such. Like if you get the Mickey visa, you can go to any country. But if it's like, I don't know, what's a lower one?
Straight.
A Pluto visa would only be limited to, I don't know, a certain area. Yeah, a mini visa. That can also work. Man, the lights here change so fast. It's like it can only fit a single car before it goes red. Oh, and I'm super excited for tomorrow. Mrs. Clumsy booked us for a restaurant in the city, a Mexican restaurant, and we got some discounts for some kind of special online offer. So no keto for me this weekend. It's tomorrow. Going for some tacos and whatnot, quesadillas and everything. Yeah, exactly. What's higher, the Pluto Pass or the Goofy Pass? Yours is automatically a Goofy Pass. There was one Halloween party we attended ways back, a few years back. We used to have this group of friends at the office, and we got really close. So most of the major holidays we would meet up, and for Halloween we would always have like a costume party. Oh, there's Jack's friend. No longer the slowpoke. And we would have these costume parties every year. And I went one time as Goofy. I basically got an orange shirt. Not even sure if he wears orange, but it got me that impression. And I got some white gloves. I got a Goofy hat, and that was basically it. Ta-da! Hey Hoss, how are you, man? Reminds me of The Expanse when I say your name, because one of the characters always calls the captain Hoss. Is that what Hoss means? Is that like an informal boss thing? Term? Come on, you can do it. Man, I'm having really hard time climbing this. Roughly equal to boss. Ah, okay. So that's why. Yeah, that makes sense now. Sounds the same too. Now it figures. Why am I even going so slow even in a slope like this? Usually for bigger set folks. Ah, nice. Fits. Going off the lane, my bad. The rumbles. I'm not sure if that's part of your mod Drive Safely, but the rumbles are a lot more subtle now, I think. They're not anymore the when you go through the side of the road. I like it. You would be horses then. You would be horses, but you would not be big horse. Think of a big football offensive lineman. Ah, yeah. Picture comes to mind. Horse indeed. Good with that. Yeah, that would be yours. Look at the bark on that thing. The trunk. That must be what, hundreds of years old, I don't know. The hunting sim. Bugs, multiplayer occasional bugs like teleporting animals and flying jacks, flying Alexes and flying Clumsies. But nothing game breaking. It's been pretty smooth so far for me. What is Bonanza? I think we have a generation gap right here. The rumble strip sounds, sorry, that got filtered out, thanks Alex, are in the sound fixes pack. I like that very much, thank you. Much more subtle now. It makes me less, it makes it less obvious that I make mistakes all the time, going out of my lane. Okay. It's on sale on Steam. I would highly recommend it. Yes, the Hunter game. So, yeah, Alex and Jack have been gifting me all sorts of the Hunter-related paraphernalia. The base game and most of the DLCs. Thank you guys again. And I've been trying it out and I'm really hooked. I did not expect to like it so much, as I keep mentioning. But it's been so immersive for the sceneries, for the photos, for the entire hunting mechanic, that I'm really hooked. Really enjoying it. Am I on the shoulder? Or is this the right lane? I think it is the right lane based on the AI. So I was hearing some rumble strips. Most bugs seem to be in MP. Yeah, I think it's the normal physics bugs. Like people flying off their ATVs. Yeah, I highly recommend it, Hoss. I mean, I'm not into hunting. I don't even like the concept of hunting in real life. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying virtual hunting. Bonanza was a TV western many years ago. Like a series? Way before my time, I guess, huh? Man, love the lighting. Beautiful. Let's take a photo with those mountains in the background. I think that looks pretty nice. Time check, we have 30 minutes. How far do we have to go? Oh, that looks so good. Never hunted deer, elk, big game, but you've shot wild hogs before. They're considered invasive in Texas, so there's no restrictions on hunting. Ah, I see, there's a purpose for it. That's nice, in a way. It's not just hunting for the sport, there's a purpose. I can get behind that more. 1959 to 1973. Oh my goodness, yeah, I wasn't even born yet. 1268 miles to go. Okay, looks a bit blurry for us. You've never hunted, but you really enjoy that game. Yeah, same with me. Same with me. They dig up tree roots, break fences. They're tough, nesty things. Almost there. Oh, Mrs. Clumsy would rage. She hates that. I'm very prone to doing that. Like when we're like, because distance is kind of subjective, right? When you say far or near. So when we're going someplace and she's getting impatient, I would always say, "Oh, we're almost there, we're almost there." But in her eyes, we're really not. So she would always get mad at me. You told me it was near. Well, for me it was near. But you might have a different definition. So yeah, I get into trouble sometimes there. Misinterpretation. Ooh. It's a plane there.
Continue straight.
Liam is back. Almost is around 70%. For me, almost is like 90%. Yeah, very different. Look at those clouds. Ooh. Looks like it's going to rain soon. If that's any indication, at least. Go well with eggs. I didn't get that at all. You mean the wild hogs? Can you eat those? I guess in a way, yeah. Bacon and eggs. I remember there was this Chinese restaurant in like Chinatown, Manila, in the Philippines. There was this famous restaurant where they had a boar, like the black boar, outside the door. They didn't eat it, but it was more for like a good luck charm, I think. It was famous for that boar. It wasn't big or anything, but it was a boar. Yeah, it was not a normal pig, and it was black. Technically yes, but the meat is unflattering. Hides are really tough. They're mostly muscle and little fat. Ah, I see. Not worth it for eating, at least. There you go. GPU load is much better in this area, only 56%. Most wild animal meat has a taste, like a certain characteristic. Most people just leave them there, so they don't claim the trophy. Oh, that's wasted XP. Too much hunter. Unless you're taxiing one, yeah. Rabbit's foot a luck charm anywhere else than here. I've heard about that, but I didn't know it was quite literal. I thought, well, I guess yeah, that's where it came from, huh? Like a rabbit's foot charm, like a man-made charm shaped in the rabbit's foot, but not a literal rabbit's foot. But I guess it has to have come from a real rabbit's foot before. Wasted XP, yeah. Lucky here except for the rabbit. They deserve it. Even at 55 miles, look at this. This is as fuel efficient as I can get. And even so, the mileage is still not as good. Can I squeeze in? Thank you.
Continue straight.
You have to take the boot off first. Oh yeah. Those footsteps are like thunderstorms. Thunderclaps. Much louder than the bear steps even, I think. Deer, you're either taxi or butcher it for the meat. Venison steaks, jerky is fantastic. Ah, yes. I think I've tasted one before. Can't remember if it's the exact thing. Lamb for sure, but venison I can't remember. Sausage too. Hopefully there are no vegans around.
Continue straight.
I thought they fixed that repetitive continue straight bug. Or is that depending on the voice pack? Interesting. Looks like there's some kind of fire up ahead. You guys see that? Looks massive. Look at that. Interesting. What could it be? Or is that not a fire? Maybe that's the water effects. Hot springs? Looks like smoke. It's weird. Oh crap. Before we crash, let's take a photo. Was that steam? I think it's steam. Maybe the particles from natural lux are exaggerating it a bit. Let's maybe sneak in from here. Funky music. Oh, that actually looks nice, huh? Do you have to find a nice angle, which is I think I can get if we go and sneak up like that. Yeah, that works. Phew, we made it. Our beautiful racing line there. Unintentional racing line. Venison steak in batters. It just dribbled. Now I'm hungry. Still have to cook after this. No toll gate. San Francisco.
Continue straight.
Oh crap. Very nice variety in the skies, huh? Very nice. I wonder if this is one of the new skyboxes. Kirill added quite a few. It's like a very varied sky. Like it can't decide if it wants to rain or not. Speaking of rain, it hasn't rained yet.
Continue straight.
But I guess that's because I toned down the rain settings all the way down. Too bad. So we cannot use our wipers. But in a way that's good because it will be too laggy otherwise. Yeah, Liam Neeson. Taken. No one dare come near us.
Keep left.
Oh, lucky. Didn't know the road forked. Oh, I guess we should turn on our lights. Because it's 7:30 p.m. Yeah, the trip's that long. We've slept like twice already. Almost 3 times now.
Keep left.
Will do. So are we on a... Shouldn't it be like an odd interstate if we're going south? We are going south, but based on the signs, we are on either 80 or 580. Or maybe that's where it's going, but we're not there right now. Maybe we're on I-5, I think. 5 south.
Keep left.
Exactly. Special skills to find me. Hey, wait, do I have high beams? Oh, my bad. I didn't
Exit right.
That was not intentional at all. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah. I wanted the low beams, but definitely not the high beams.
Exit right.
Must have left that on in the previous drive.
Turn left.
Don't keep me hanging, bro. Oh, let me go right beside you. Did you guys see that AI pickup? What the logo was? I'm guessing that's Dodge. That's supposedly Dodge. Can't quite read what it said there. Clumsy headlights. My bad. It said Frog. Ah, Ford. Oh, Ford. Close enough. Not Dodge. My bad. Rest area. Nah, it's still a bit early. Guess we can have one hour or more. Goodness, still 1,000 miles. We're only halfway. Okay, I don't think we'll finish this. No chance. Hey, that's been corrected. Nice, Chevron. Was getting tired of seeing the chevrons. Thank you, P16. Are we going to cross over to Nevada at all? Oakland. Not so sure. In the USA Reworks mode, there's finally a proper Oakland city. Let me have a look at the map. Wasn't there before? Because this was here, the port, but the city... Where did they place the city? Here? This one? As we passed through? So we are... No, we're not moving to Nevada at all. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, the only thing Oakland is the port. This one. USA Reworks. Okay, I get you. I was thinking US expansion. US Reworks is Emblems project. I'm with you now. Yeah, really looking forward to that one. And with Emblems new knowledge, well, not new, but now he's familiar with how optimization works. He's been making some very nice areas in Mexico Extremo a lot more drivable. Not in terms of difficulty, that's still super hard, but in terms of frames. Oh, this guy is super slow. A tractor? Yes, it is. No overtaking? What's that? I wish they would be able to detect that as a traffic offense as well. Overtaking or going on the wrong lane. Isn't there a penalty for going on the wrong lane? Maybe it doesn't happen when you're just simply overtaking short distances like
In
that.
0.1 miles, turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, too fast still. Had a mixing trailer. Ooh, not seen that before. Oh, I missed it. English Voice USA Rework stream last week. Yeah, I missed it. I was sleeping. There's a fine for staying in the wrong lane for a period of time. Okay. Same with Kato. It's not really the no overtaking thing. Yeah, I wish they would add that. It would help. It would help discipline me more. Because right now I can always get away with it. But if I know that there could be a penalty if there's a cop or a radar in the vicinity, or a cop more like, that would be more effective for me at least. Is there a rest area nearby? There's a Texaco there. There is one here. Yeah, let's stop there.
All set. Let's hit the road.
There's even turbo in there, you see? Below the gear. Those dots. Very nice. Superior Biva, indeed. What else can we show here? Engine temperature, engine mileage, trip mileage, trip distance. What is this? The fuel. And what's the red and yellow thing? Not sure what that is. Maybe let's just keep that in. I don't want to see my score anymore. Not good scores. Liking the Yandex. I think I'll keep it in the meantime. I like the green highlight. Looks very GPS like. I might miss the Google layout eventually, but right now I'm kind of digging this layout. Pretty cool. I'm not so much a fan of the normal versions though. I almost always like the night versions, the night mode. Oops, my bad. When your fuel level gets to the red, you are low. Okay, so that's just a static thing there. I see. Yeah, seems like a weird design that it's static like that. when they could easily have made those bars red, right, and remove that entire bar there. They could have made those vertical small bars red on that area. Interesting. Do not question Viva. That's the moral lesson there. Questioning Kenworth. No clue. No clue. Oh, they're using one of those mobile barriers. Nice. This truck is actually pretty nice at night as well. Very subtle dials.
Continue straight.
.55 entire time in Cali. And yes, I also like that cruise control color there. I don't know, it just fits very well. It's something you'll definitely lock your eyes on. Because it's so different from the entire thing. Maybe the least thing I like about this dashboard, this computer dashboard, is the clock and the temperature font. I'm not so much digging the red. It seems like there is an error. It seems like there's something wrong when you glance at it at first like that. And then you have to get accustomed that the red does not mean there's an error, it's just red. It's not intuitive for me at least. Gadgety dash, indeed. I like it. In a way, I'm kind of missing the classic W900 dashboard and dials, especially with the analog clock. But I also like this one. It's a nice change. As I mentioned in the video, it's the perfect balance between having a modern truck but still having that classic feel somehow. Engine 1 is on fire. Yeah, it's how it seems like, you know. In Explain me, you get something red, something's wrong. So if you don't read the text, it's like, okay, is that low engine, low oil, or I don't know, something, low fuel? Engine 1 is on fire, declaring an emergency, mayday, mayday. I have no clue. Ow. Oh, paying too much attention to the face cam is detrimental to your health. Yeah, the auto brightness is working against me this time. Have a good night, Scotsman. Catch you next time, man. Thanks for hanging out. I think we should be staying here. You're not a big fan of how the old model's dash looks like. With all the dials. I liked it, I don't know. Classic American trucking. Gave that very complicated classic style. Maybe like flying a plane.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Ew. Could have been that guy.
Exit right.
If I was driving maybe 2 miles faster. You don't mind the dials, but it's just the straight dash that seems like a pain.
Turn right.
Shouldn't we be going straight or something? Oh, okay, turn right, fine. We listen to the guy. Really liking the urban overhaul mod. Game crashes with new SCS update. What's the urban overhaul? Oops. I don't think I've tried it before. Feel like you're in a small pickup or small rigid city truck. Oh, it gave you that impression.
In 0.1 miles, turn right. Turn right.
Why Mayday, Mayday? So you got curious and researched it. Mayday got its start as an international distress call in 1923. Oh, that's recent.
Turn left. Turn left.
Idea of Frederick Mockford, senior radio officer at Croydon Airport in London. He came up with the idea for Mayday because it sounded like a French word. Okay. But he was not French. Why not? Help me. Interesting. And that was our trivia for the day. Care of Jack Spanner. Not only does it widen the freeways, it also places more buildings along the road. Ah, I see. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that one time. I'll keep track on it as well. See if it's stable. Can do a bit more driving. We have like 10 more minutes. The old Peterbilt dash is what you like. I like both of them. Not picky at all. Let's make that turn. Oh, that's turning too hard. Okay, I think we can take it from here. Ah, by Viper. Yeah. That one you can customize for days. We're gonna hit this guy. Missed it, yes. Thank you. How about the trailer? Thank you, good. Has the option for the old Pete dash. Ah, okay, nice. I don't think I remember how it looked anymore.
Turn right.
What? Why? Sounds like Grey Mother getting out of bed, stretching a bit. Goodness, Grey Mother is back. Please don't hit the railings, thank you.
In 0.1 miles, turn right. Turn right.
Nice. We're not headed to Los Angeles. Okay, yes. Via 99 South. So the freeways that it modifies, Alex, does it change only like a small part of California maybe, or does it affect all the states already? So I'm guessing it will be hard to modify them all because they are not based on a single prefab anymore. They're different assets or whatnot. better here. I don't know what happened a while ago, but yeah. GPU was not behaving well a while ago. Now though, 55% load. Perfect. That's what I was expecting. Yeah, the switches do look very nice, and how their animations work with the lights and everything. It's so cool. That one. The trailer brakes as well. So cool. Just changes parts of California. Ah. That's good because California needs a bit of overhaul. Arizona's already gotten the updates on the signs. California, I think a little, but not as much. So that's actually perfect that the mod is taking over it in the meantime. Let's have a look at the fuel economy again. Getting a bit better there. Oops, my bad. 8.9 miles. It is downhill though. I think I got a furry in the mic. I've been looking for a pop filter for a very long time.
Continue straight.
It's not very available here in Singapore though. The Blue Yeti is sold, but the pop filter is not very common. I have a pop filter which I use for recording, but for streaming I don't use it because it's too large like that. So I can use it, but it blocks my mouth even more. So I only use it when I record. But it's this circle thing. It's not the foam for the mic, which I prefer if possible, so that it doesn't block my view as much. Yeah, I'm also thinking of getting a new mic, but since this one is still working, I'm postponing it. What mic are you using, by the way, Jack? Yours looks like a very nice setup. Yeah, I've been looking for that, I don't know how you call it, pop filter foam. So hard to find here. Oh, you're using a Blue Yeti Black. I see. Oh, so you have that foam then. I hate it. Not a lot of YouTubers here, I guess. Or at least not a lot of gaming YouTubers. The most powerful mic. Yeah. Is that the same mic you're using, Alex? Or did you buy a new one? I remember you got one for like, I don't know, 20 bucks or so, but it sounded pretty good. Still using the same. Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice mic. It's not obvious that it's pretty cheap. Yeah, a cheapo brand. Wow. That was well worth it.
Exit right.
Oh crap. Here we go.
Turn left.
Oh, here we go. I blame the clumsy trucker in front of us. Okay. Phew. Thank goodness this wasn't so heavy. Force feedback for the win. 21 tons of gypsum. No problemo. Person's hand me down. Got some pro mic setup with amp. Ah, so he gave you the Yeti. Sorry. Track IR vibrated again. I wonder why it happens when the thing is in the center. but not when the steering wheel is on the side, like my usual setup. Force feedback when I tap on my wheel. Goodness. Is your track IR the same, that it doesn't have a lock? Like it's so finicky? Like the camera itself, it's so loose that you can't tighten the joints. So weird that it's just so loose like that. I have the Packard 450, 430. Not really a big one, but quite powerful enough. You know that the brake pedal is animated in the Mac-R if you hit the brakes. Oh, nice. I think I've seen that before, yeah. In the Mac-R. Here, I wonder. Here it's not. Oh, too bad. Yeah, it's so cool. It's one of the most amazing trucks out there. Especially when you slap on it the two-stroke Detroit diesel engines. Your ears are in for a ride. Goodness. What? What did you say? Not a very pleasant experience on stream, but very realistic.
Continue straight.
Track IR some strange joint. Yeah, it's so weird. Why they wouldn't think of a sturdier build. It's just loose like that. When I got it the first time, I was wondering if I got a defective product because I got it from a reseller, not from official website, because I mean the shipping cost would be tremendous. 450 is usually pretty good. Good power, good fuel economy. Can we get a crap Feco in here? Right, that's why usually that's what I choose, the 450. There you go, thanks Alex. Unless you get that truck. Favorite skybox is loaded again. Goodness, it's 11 already. Alright, I think we'll have to call it here, guys. Unfortunately, 850 miles in -2 minutes just isn't possible.
Continue straight.
But it was a good run. We didn't even reach Arizona, huh? Wow. Okay, let's stop here. Peterbilt dealer. Trader. To go. So only 1,000 miles more or less covered in one stream. Well, to be fair, we were in California, so the speed limits were much toned down, and we weren't going through the highways most of the time, the interstates at least. So maybe we could have done more if we went through the more optimized path. No. 15 minutes easy. 850, you can do it. You can do it on 2 wheels. Maybe we can leave the trailer and you can drive fast. Where's your load? What load? When you get to the drop-off point. I'm here, right? That's what's important. My presence. This guy is very picky with sleeping when it comes to this trailer. Almost hit the door as well. Nice. Phew. Wow, time flies so fast. Getting a bit of insider or how do you say, counterintelligence. Well, anyway, thank you for hanging out with me this Friday morning, guys, or Thursday evening for some of the folks. Really appreciate it, and we'll work on the camera angle. I'll see what I can do with that. We'll probably go back to the older one, which is like over there. Yeah, that might be better. But I think I'll be moving my steering wheel in the center. That's, I think, the optimal thing. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Catch you on Discord. Catch you on the hunting grounds. Thanks, Alex, for moderating. Drive safely, Jack, Gato, and whoever else is in the stream. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining. And Clumsy Trucking. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye-bye.